You're welcome to my sixth episode. In today's episode, I'll be sharing a very emotional story of a young lady that has gone through a lot. I mean, she had something that had bothered her, and she has decided to share on this podcast to encourage young girls that are coming up. Even if you've been through such a situation of rape or having that kind of situation where you're in a tight corner, you should speak up. Don't keep it to yourself, because I know that there are so many young ladies that are dying in silence. So listen to this particular story of this young lady I'll be sharing with you and be encouraged. If you've not followed, I wonder what you're waiting for. Follow, like, share, and encourage someone by not just sharing, commenting, and reaching out to more people to join in this great family. So let's listen to this and stay blessed.
My story today is about growing up as a girl in the western part of Benin City. I would say I grew up as a family, like growing up in a beautiful family, godly one at that. But life happens. Life happened to me. Let me put it that way. I was coming back from work one day, and someone in the streets where I was, him and a friend, they raped me when I was growing. I think I was 18 years old. It wasn't funny. The trauma, the everything I went through that period, they never cared. They were taking turn after turn. I went through her that night. It was like I should die. But God helped me. With the help of my late mom, may her soul rest in peace. My dad was very sick, very, very sick. He didn't even know what happened to his daughter. With the help of my mom, my siblings, when the guy found out that they were coming, he even threatened me that if I say it out, that he's going to kill my sick dad. He's going to kill this, he's going to kill that, because he told the guy was a dreaded cultist. This incident happened on the 24th of December. It wasn't funny. I went through a lot. I was a virgin and I lost my virginity to a rapist who took advantage of me. It wasn't funny. It's not something you should, and I kept quiet. You know, mothers are precious. My mom knew something was wrong on my face when she called, on my voice when she called me on the 25th, the next day. I had to confide in her. I told her. She was angry. As she came through. She helped, even if she was not close by. I won't say till today I have forgiven that guy for what he did, but karma has its way of paying back evil for what people do. I left everything to God. Whenever I think about it, I feel like crying. Him and his friend took turns on me. I remember when his friend came to beg for forgiveness, that he's sorry, that it was his friend that pushed him. The guy was not remorseful for what he did. He was doing that as a courtesy. Whenever I remember that incident, that made me alone to hate going to Benin or to ever stay in Benin because of what happened. It's not easy to train a girl child in Benin. Either they end up joining prostitution or being raped. or one thing or the other, or get pregnant out of wedlock. Benin City is a good place, but it's a rough place for a girl child to grow up. That is why you see so many girl child from Benin going into prostitution in Italy and the rest, their parents even telling them to go ahead. It wasn't easy on my part. It wasn't. It's a story that whenever I think of it, I feel so hot and bad. But today, karma took turn on him, on the guy that refused to be remorseful. The other person, I don't know where he is. I heard so many stories about the guy that he gave birth, or his children are imbecile. They are deformed. That is just useless. The guy is useless, because I felt so bad that I cried that night. I left everything to God. I was bleeding. My trouser was stained with blood. It wasn't funny. I had to put that trouser that night. I had to go and burn it, because I didn't want my father, because he was very sick, I didn't want him to notice anything that was wrong. It's just like it happened. That is why sometimes as a lady you have to pray to break out from so many things, from family. Life happened to me in Benin. That was why when I got the opportunity to leave Benin, I left without looking back. I only go there to visit my siblings. As a woman, always speak out whenever you were raped. Thank God for my mother. If not, I would have still had that fear. I wouldn't have spoken out that look at what happened. Though it was disgraceful, because the whole area knew that I was raped because of what happened, because my parents, my brothers and my mom, they came with SARS and with police. They called them state CID. They came out and the guy ran. So the whole street knew I was raped. It was so embarrassing. A lot. It was embarrassing. What brought about that issue? The guy was asking me out and I refused. I never knew he was that kind of human being. It was disturbing me. I told him, no, I cannot date you. And I said, okay, you will be my friend. I told him I don't make friends with guys. Never knew that the guy harbored all those things in his mind for me turning him down, and for me rejecting to be his friend. And that was what I saw. So today, I will speak to everyone. If you've been a victim of rape, maybe the guy scared you, told you he's going to wipe away your family or one thing or the other, if you speak out, please tell someone close to you or speak out. Do not keep it to yourself. So many people do not recover from rape incidents. It is painful. Please speak out. Thank you.
I'm truly happy she was able to share this story, because I know there are so many young ladies out there that need to listen to this. To be able to speak up is one thing, to have this experience, and it's another thing to share it. So if you're just listening to this podcast, or you're just coming across this podcast for the first time, please be encouraged. You can drop your comment and share to reach out to more young ladies, to people that need to hear this storyline. And if you want to share your own story, please feel free. You can drop your story at my story underscore true story at yahoo.com. I would also be dropping it on the description of this podcast. And you must know I have created the YouTube platform for this story. So you can join this great family. I'll also be sharing that link on this podcast. And let me know your thought on this, if you know someone that has experienced this, even if you've experienced it yourself. Because most times we go through this kind of situation where we can't even view properly. What even happened to me that relates to this case was I was in the bus at one time and I was carrying my bag on my lap. It was really funny what happened to me. I was carrying my bag on my lap. I was just coming from school. I was going home. I was not feeling unease under my bag. Guess what? A man's hand was under my bag on my skirt. I was like, I wanted to raise an alarm. He started pleading. You know, most people might have gone through such or even worse, and they can't even share. They can't even tell anybody. Some have been raped, like our sister has shared. Whatever is the situation, you have to come out, you have to speak up. And that is one of the reasons I've created to share my story. And you can join this family by sharing your story. And I hope you stay blessed and take good care of yourself, your mental health. If you've not listened to that podcast, I suggest you go back to my podcast on episode 4 and listen to it. And there will be more coming out. So, you guys stay tuned and stay connected, and see you in my next episode. Love you all as always. Bye for now.